Welcome back to Risque Business News. I'm your host, Laura.
And I'm May, and today we're joined by a friend of the pod, podcaster herself, Erica Spera, host of Finding Mr. Height. Little fun pun there.
She's tall.
And Shooter's Gotta Shoot, 2 podcasts about dating. So we thought it would be appropriate to have her on to talk about
AI girlfriends and a couple work stories about dating in the workplace, and just kind of like we shoot the shit about dating and relationships in general too. So I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah.
Where's the money? I don't understand how you make money.
Hold on.
From that, though.
2 stand-up comics in New York City.
Just learned a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna ask all the stupid questions that you might be thinking at home, but are afraid to ask people.
Making it to where you feel like you're too stupid to be able to ever engage in it, they win.
Why the fuck are they doing this?
It's to make money. It's Risque Business News.
But it's a day town in terms of outside of comedy.
Right.
It's very odd as a, I guess, New Yorker going there. Like, every date I've been asked on is, like, in the middle of the fucking day.
Really?
Someone was like,
that's chaos.
someone
Like
wanted an
coffee
Italian
dates?
restaurant, food, 2 p.m.
No.
Crime. Straight crime. That's a straight crime. I was like, that is insulting to me, first of all, as an Italian.
This is not a 2 p.m. food.
It's just bizarre.
Did you go?
I was gonna go, and then the person got, like, a little kind of creepy or weird or pushy, and I was like,
Yeah,
you know
you were-
what? I already didn't want to go. I'm out.
Yeah.
You
I'm
lost
out.
me at the 2 p.m. Italian.
Yeah.
You lost me at carbs at 2 p.m. Are
It
you
was tough.
crazy, dude?
It was tough.
Can't have some
I'll be
vongole at
asleep
fucking
at-
2 p.m.
Asleep at 6:30.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the biggest complaint, like, I'm hosting a dating pod, most women are like, make a plan. Like, make a plan. It's
Oh,
not that
yeah.
fucking hard.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to do all the work. So then a guy presents you with a plan. You don't like it. Then you go, did I just take the plan because I didn't have to do the work? Do I try to alter it? What do we do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, you shoot it down and then you say, another one. New plan. Try again.
Oh, damn. You know.
I haven't been on the apps in a while.
Well, maybe
Sure,
you
they
guys have
love that.
boyfriends.
I love that. I think they love that approach.
I'm like, well, you guys are in partnership, so I'm like, maybe I should listen to you and
true.
just
I
be
don't
more
know.
mean.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've been
Yeah.
out of the market
real
for
bitch.
a long
Just be
time.
a real bitch. They love it.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, I have a theory. Think of the bitchiest girl you know. Is she single?
It's just
Never.
not-
Never. Thank
Never.
you. Never.
Fuck.
Never.
Did we just come to a conclusion?
We did.
Yeah.
We
well,
did.
I think a lot of men, they like, and this is general. Don't fucking yell.
No,
or yell at me,
generalize.
whatever.
We're talking
Generalize.
about you specifically. Okay.
They're the same. They
But
are the same.
Fucking
Continue.
men are looking for people to like boss them around. Like I think I've known a lot of men that are like kind of crazy and you know they'll do like a bunch of drugs or whatever and then they like settle down so hard with some girl because they want the girl to be judgmental of them. They're
Okay.
looking for a mom. They want them
Exactly.
to they want
They
them to
kinda
like
are.
sit down, you do what I say, like you have to be in bed by 10 p.m. They're
You have-
looking for like a curfew mom.
She needs to have large breasts, just like my mother.
Yeah. That's what they want though.
want
Is that not
that.
what they want?
They
you have to
absolutely
be
do
home for
want
dinner.
that.
You have to be home for dinner time.
A little bit. There's a trend
Yeah.
right now on TikTok about husbands, quote, self-aware husbands, being like, I no longer say I'm going to help my wife with blank because it is our responsibility, not just hers.
And everyone's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
literally, yeah, it's
The
literally
bare
2 guys
minimum.
and it has millions of likes from women.
everyone's like, oh my God, finally.
They're single. They're
guy's
just trying to
like-
get fucked.
Yeah, right? They're just lying
That's
to all
just
of
their
us.
way to cheat on their
Cheats
wives.
all the time.
Yeah, totally.
But there's
But
some,
I do help with the laundry.
yeah.
so.
There's something to what you're saying, though, of like, no one's a mind reader, right? And
Right.
a lot of men will be like, just tell us what you want.
Yeah,
So there's something to that part that I agree with.
of course.
But then, like, when you really are in something, or you guys probably know, living with someone,
yeah,
then mom shit comes in,
right.
and you're like, why am I the one doing all, like, the mental load here?
right.
With
Right.
all the planning.
Mental load, that's been a big one. I do love actually not passive aggressively, sending all those TikToks to Matthew and being like, this is me. You are taking advantage of me. And he's like, Jesus Christ.
Honestly, one of the best fucking terms to come out of TikTok, far and away, weaponized incompetence.
It's
Yeah.
my favorite term.
Hell
I will
yeah.
get it tattooed across my chest. I will get a tramp stamp of weaponized incompetence on
true.
my ass.
Yeah.
So he's reminded if we're
Yeah.
And men can't even deny it. Like I've sent
they're-
Mark ones like that, and he's like, "That's yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen my dad do it his whole life.
of course."
And he's a dentist.
right.
He's not dumb.
right.
No.
He's not dumb.
He's capable.
Hopefully
Very
He will do
capable
shit
man.
wrong on purpose.
Right.
And my mom's too much of a control freak. She'll be like, get out of my way.
Right.
And I'm
right.
like, I see what you're doing. But then when he does it to me, I make him do it again.
Yeah.
And he is furious.
Yeah, there's some strong
So
strategies that we can get around that.
Yeah.
Just repeats.
Literally the
It's
most
like drills in sports. Like, all right, we'll do it again until you get it right.
they'll find
But-
the most basic thing to fuck up. Can I tell you what my dad did to me recently? And I flew off the handle.
What?
Okay? He was on the couch doing absolutely nothing. My mom just had surgery.
Okay.
I was packing. I couldn't find my carry-on. I was like, I think it's in the garage. So I said to my dad, I'm like, hey, can you just go in the garage and get my carry-on and bring it upstairs? Like, I'm in a rush.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay, and then like, I'm like, can you go get? I asked him like 3 times because I was like gonna be stubborn. I'm like, you're gonna fucking do it, all right? He gets it, comes upstairs. I was like, I literally go put it on the floor, throws it on the bed, dirty ass wheels and all, and I literally just go, are you fucking kidding me? He's like, what? I go, you're gonna throw it on the bed. The wheels, I roll all around the fucking New York City,
Literally the country.
everywhere. It's disgusting.
Right.
I go, really? You don't think it's disgusting? You want this on your bed?
Yeah.
He's like, well, you asked me to help. And I was like, don't do that shit. I was
You
so
asked
mad.
me to help,
You're
so
an
I thought
adult.
I would put this dusty ass thing
Yeah.
right where you sleep.
I was
Think it
so
through.
mad.
Think
and then
it
they
through.
just become my dad becomes a big baby.
Yeah.
He just retreats in his corner and is all like, you yelled at me.
Everybody's mad at me all the time.
I would say one of the
Like, well, stop
biggest.
being stupid.
I'm like, you run a business.
Yeah, like
you run a business.
genuinely. You've raised
based on
children.
hygiene. Based on hygiene.
Yeah.
Based
no,
on
it's-
hygiene.
You understand germs.
My dad is the first guy that will be like, we go to a hotel and be like, this bathroom's a little dirty. He's like
Yeah.
the first to point it out. Is he ever the one to clean it? No.
No, never.
But he'll point it
he
out.
just wants you to know.
He knows what's dirty and what's not dirty. That's the point.
And he's
Anyway,
okay introducing
insane.
that into your bed.
Yeah, I mean, literally. And I heard my mom's like laughing in the other room, being like, see what I have to deal with? See what I have to deal with?
Yeah.
That
Huh?
is so fun.
No,
And I
they're
love
all
my
like
dad,
that.
but damn.
It's crazy. I've told the story before on the pod, I think, but when I got surgery before on my neck, I like was waking up in the morning. My cat was a kitten and it stepped in its own poop, like in the litter
damn.
box, and it jumped up on the bed and was leaving these like poopy paws all over our bed.
Greg.
Yeah, he was so little. And
Oh,
a Maine
God.
Coon. These are not poopy paws. They're poopy paws.
yeah, they're like
Yeah.
big
They are
poop paws.
big.
Yeah.
And
That's tough.
so anyway, so I'm going to leave to go get my fucking get my neck slit open. All right. So I'm like going to like take the subway up to Mount Sinai. And Mark gets up and he sees all the poop and he's like, what are we going to do about this? And I was like, you're going to fucking wash the sheets before I get
Yeah.
home from my surgery.
Think it
like,
Yeah.
imagine I don't exist.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then
Imagine that and then handle it, you know?
So
Like,
then-
what would you do in that case?
I get my surgery. First of all, he's an hour late picking me up because he was
course.
on a podcast. And I was
Well,
like,
of course.
okay, I'm waiting at Mount
That's
Sinai for you.
I don't even know if I want to hear this. This story. I'm gonna get pissed.
We
That's
get
only allowed if he's paying for the surgery.
genuinely. And then he was not. He was
he's
not.
No, I'm just saying, like, if he was paying, I'd be like, fine, I'll wait
Right.
an hour.
Fine,
Right.
I guess
Did
I'll
that
sit.
podcast pay for my surgery? Okay.
I'll
Sure.
sit here for
Okay.
an hour. Fine.
So then
Oh,
I get
God.
home. So he finally comes and picks me up because they don't let you go out.
Yeah,
without just,
they do not let
they
you
don't
leave.
let you leave because you're all fucked up on all these pain meds.
no, it's a
So-
liability. It's like,
So I-
Jen, they're gonna get sued.
First of all, I get
Maze
home.
on the street.
There's a bunch of Thai food waiting for me, and I was like, "Oh, that's so
Oh,
sweet of
nice.
you to order all this Thai food." And he goes, "Oh yeah, totally." I get a text from my sister 15 minutes later that said, "Did you get the Thai food I sent?" So he was about to take credit for the fucking tom yum
No.
soup that was waiting for me. Okay.
Yay, that's so sweet of your sister, though.
Yeah,
Fucking
well-
sisters
Well,
are
yeah,
the
but who's
best.
surprised?
Yeah.
No,
Women
no
are
one
the
is.
fucking best.
No
Who's
one is.
surprised?
Yeah, that's
I
so
go
thoughtful.
to lay down in the bed. The poop sheets are still on the
No,
fucking bed.
come on.
and you have an open wound on your neck.
I have an open wound on my fucking neck.
You are. This
Oh.
is the worst case scenario for poopy sheets.
Yeah.
There's-
But this also is such a problem that, like, you can throw money at.
Yeah.
So that's really when I have no sympathy to
Right.
men.
Send it out.
I'm like, do you, like, because I'll look at poopy sheets and go, do I really want to fucking clean these?
No.
And if I really don't want to, I'll pay for someone else to do it.
Of course.
It's
New
yeah,
York
it's
City.
not hard.
People are volunteering. People will pay you to take your
Yes,
poopy
they
sheets.
will.
They
Well,
want that.
And by the way, we
or
have multiple
lazy.
pairs of sheets, so like just swap out the fucking sheets and do it tomorrow.
Yeah, I was like,
really-
or ultimate lazy, throw them out, buy new sheets.
Right.
Guess what? I'm not that mad.
Yeah,
If you
I'm
buy
not
the
that
same
mad.
quality level. But you know what I mean? You know what I
Brooklyn,
mean?
please,
Like
thank you.
sometimes
Don't
I'm like,
downgrade our
I'm like, if
sheets,
you
but-
really don't want to do the work, there is another solution, which is
Yep.
buying me more stuff.
Exactly. There
It's
you
true.
go. Well, I think this is maybe a good segue into our main story, which is why we are way too demanding, having
We
men
truly are.
wash our poopy sheets and buy us tom yum soup.
Yeah.
And
When I have
not
cancer
put,
on my neck,
yeah, and
Yeah.
not put
which is
fucking-
what she had surgery for.
Oh my God. Thyroid?
yeah, just thyroid.
Damn.
But
she
then
always goes just. And I'm like, okay, well.
no, but it is just because you just take the thyroid out and then you're good. But
I
anyway.
mean, I can't tell you how many times I've had my thyroid checked.
Really, and you
Yeah,
don't
just
you,
denying, like, I'm eating like a brownie sundae in the back of a club. And I'm like, you know, I think something's wrong with my thyroid. I think I gained weight because of my thyroid. I'm going to check one more time. I'm going to check one more time.
my
check,
levels
though.
doing?
I don't know, you
They
know?
are fully in the normal range.
Yeah.
Dude, TBH though, like both of you are gonna have something wrong with your fucking thyroid, so keep getting it checked.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like every woman has something wrong with their thyroid.
No,
Don't you
I've
feel
been
like
asking
that?
my
That makes me feel
doctor
so
because
good.
I've done the exact same. Had those email chains where I'm like, I mean, surely there must
It's
be
not my
something
fault.
off.
It's not my fault.
No,
I
it's
didn't-
not
I
your
go,
fault. It's your
"No."
thyroid, obviously.
It's obviously my thyroid. It has nothing
Okay.
to do with my eating habits. Nope.
Not at all.
Nope.
So, okay, so men are opting out of real relationships now. Not all men, but a lot of men, of a very
It's
big
hilarious.
quantity of men, and they are opting into AI girlfriends. Okay. This article I found was really interesting. It had a interesting like take on it, where basically it's like this is affecting the economy because people are not getting married, they're not having kids, and then they're like, oh, so now we're gonna be in a population deficit, and people aren't gonna be able to like hold jobs or like support the existing population as we age, because there's not gonna be like as many young people as there used to be before, because people are just jerking off to these AI bots.
I think this is part of a much
Not to be
large-
dramatic, but
a much
Yeah, I was like, I didn't see it going this direction.
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, oh my god, the world is ending because of these AI
Because
girls.
of AI girlfriends.
These AI girls are taking my job.
they are, and they're really hot, and they say a bunch of filthy things, and then like
And they don't care about poopy sheets.
they don't care about poopy sheets. In fact, they're trained by AI to just say things that are interesting and like appease the men that they're with. So it's actually like this very misogynist, like obviously thing where like they just want someone to say yes, sir, kind of thing. Like they just want like they want a servant.
Yes, and some of the worst parts of because the original things like the guys will ask for when they're 14 before a girl goes, "Are you fucking insane?
Yeah.
Right.
Why would I let you do that to me? Because I'm a human being also, you dumb bitch." And they don't know that because at that point they're so individualistic and like so like self-centered,
Right.
which you're kind of supposed to be at that age. I get it. You go through a phase, then you learn,
Right.
and you mature. And
Right.
that's
Yeah.
what we are looking for is the matured versions.
Well, we're gonna be waiting until they're fucking 55
Well,
years old. Let me tell you something.
especially because
mean-
these ladies over here had their AI, and so they're like, "Yay, yes, and."
Okay, but I still think AI is gonna get mad at men.
You think?
I think like it'll like say something and they'll be like, "Don't you remember? We talked about that on this date." Blah 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 blah.
And the receipts are so strong with AI. They're like,
Real
here's your
strong.
voice memo.
Real strong. Or anytime someone mansplains something to you incorrectly, AI's not gonna take it.
AI is good.
Oh my god,
AI's
that's
gonna be
crazy.
like, actually, according to my research, all wrong.
Yeah.
All wrong. And if
Here's a Forbes article, actually. And here's actually, this is in the New Yorker.
Wow.
No!
No, we fucking blew it.
Trying to gaslight so tough with an AI girlfriend.
well, I feel like if artificial intelligence really is as smart as it is, the AI girlfriend will still get annoyed with real life boyfriend.
Yeah, but then
Eventually.
but they're like trained to be what they're looking for.
Yeah,
so like
V1's not going to give.
you can
V-
obviously select their like the way that they look. Obviously, that's like
Okay.
you know, people want it to. Probably
What-
not a lot
what
of
are they-
plus size AI.
What are they
girlfriends, let me
choosing?
tell you
Yeah,
something.
what are they choosing?
Yeah, and
All right.
you can do personality attributes, like you can be like, we want them to be hot, funny, and bold, or cute, shy, and modest. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that a lot of the men using this app are going for the cute, shy, and modest.
I
type.
100% promise you.
I'm sorry, they don't have the confidence to talk to a real woman, and you think they want a bold AI?
They got back from a trip to like this fucking Southeast
They're
Asia.
like
and they're
angry Latina.
Oh my
African
God.
American with an opinion.
Yeah. Please, all the opinions.
So, a little look at the hard numbers here. More than 60% of young men ages 18 through 30 are single. Doesn't really seem like that.
18 through 30.
18. How many percent?
It says 60%. It says more than 60%. That seems like,
I would believe that. You're counting 18.
yeah, they're
And you
counting
just
18.
made a comment about men settling down. It's like I'm 32 and yeah.
No.
But also,
Mark is 40 and he's like,
yeah, but guys, we live in New York, and most people don't live in New York. You
All
know?
right, but like
Yeah.
the college years is 18 to 22, so I'm like
that's
the
true,
vast
but
majority. I know what you mean.
Are
Like
they-
you go south, it's like maybe
I know.
not.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to think of the actual numbers of like the guys I know. I'm like, oh.
But like the south, 30-year-olds are divorced, so they are single again. Part of the
Yeah.
stat. So
that's true.
You're right. Yeah, the pools are all fucked up.
Yeah.
you know?
I've, like, already
They
hit the
spend another
point.
30 to 40, single again. 40 to 60.
yeah,
you know.
I've already hit the point telling myself like, you'll take a divorce guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, that'd
yeah.
be the move.
Actually, kind of the move because you know that they're willing to commit when it's
Yes.
right for them. So that's kind of a positive thing.
Yeah, it's like, but it's a weird thing. Me and my friends are like, maybe we'll just get someone second round.
Yeah.
We're just like, Like maybe we just have to wait for that second round when we're
I
like
think
37.
it's better
they
to
come
get
back.
a guy second round than a guy who's 40 and has like never been with like a long-term girlfriend or something. Like
Honestly,
that guy's fucked up.
This is a dating app opportunity. Just call it round 2. Round two, the app.
So you don't have to like get into details. Just like everyone on this app is divorced or not, and it's just right on your profile.
It would actually be kind of great. Like everyone, and then it would be like willing to get married again, yes or no. Like things like that would be the questions.
Thank you.
This is a good idea. This is it's hilarious and a straight up good idea.
Right? Because that's when you were like, oh, that'd be good second time. I was like, my first thing would be, I think a lot of people would then use it as an excuse. They're like, look, I got married. I don't know if I believe in marriage
select it.
anymore. I don't know
Right.
about the paper. I'm like, the paper fucking matters. Okay?
Yeah, it does matter. And if it
Paper
doesn't,
matters.
and if it's no big deal, then fucking do the no big deal with me. That was my argument to get Mark to sell. He's like, it doesn't matter. I was like, exactly. I'm
it
using
doesn't
your
matter-
argument against you, you fucking
That was
idiot.
smart.
If it doesn't matter, then let's just do it.
Who won now?
Look at that.
You got him.
Anyway,
still thinking about this
strong
app.
arm your boyfriends into
gonna start
marrying you.
You're going to leave your boyfriend just to start to say.
I'm gonna marry him, divorce him, and then be like,
Yeah.
I'm starting an app.
Yeah.
Forbes 40 under 40. Here we come.
It's a great app. So this is actually a really sad statistic. There's no sightings for the statistic, but it came from like Forbes or something, or legit, I don't know, or somewhere, or like
Something legit.
or like AOL, or
We'll
like, I
believe
don't
you.
know.
Whatever. We're not AI girlfriends, but we found
BuzzFeed.
it somewhere.
So it says 1 in 5 men report not having a single close friend.
Oh, I believe that.
Dude,
That stat's probably higher.
I
Much
100%
higher.
agree with that. And guys, hang out with each other. What
Yeah.
are you doing?
Just hang out.
It's fun.
I enjoy
We
it.
need to train
I
men
enjoy
on how
the
to be
hell out of it.
friends with
Yeah.
each other.
Have you ever dated a guy that has no friends? You don't realize for a while.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and then you realize anytime he's like, oh, my friend, it actually was a girl he dated previously.
Oh.
Not an actual friend. That's the worst.
really?
When it's like, oh, my
That's-
friend, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. My friend Natasha.
But they don't
That's
say
a
the name.
red
That's
flag.
the,
Yeah.
that's
That
the
is
point.
such a red flag.
I dated someone like that. And
Yeah.
now it's like on a dating app, I see you have a picture just like with friends. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, yes, jackpot.
Guy
You were
just-
in a wedding? Wow.
Well, I feel like guys, they make their friend, and this is kind of true of girls too, unless you put effort into making friends, which we do because women are cool like that. But I feel like men will just find their group in college, and like that's their group. So if like those people move to different
They don't-
cities, it's like, okay, well, I guess I have no fucking friends now.
And they also don't talk to each other.
No, they don't like text and like
They
have
don't
group
text.
texts, that kind of thing.
See-
Or it's like about like one specific subject. And I think that's cool. Like I love that they obviously have like shared
Yeah.
interests and stuff like that. But they're like Matt's friends will like get a new girlfriend or like they'll like and he'll have like a big breakup and I'll be like, so what happened? And you're like, yeah.
Oh yeah, they never know. They never
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Fucking ask,
That's also
ask.
a TikTok trend where they'll be like,
Ask.
my boyfriend's beige flag is that like his husband got divorced or his brother got divorced and they don't know why or something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
I have a friend. They have a rule with her husband. When anyone tells him information, he needs to ask 2 follow-up questions.
It's a good rule.
Just
yes.
how do you not
If
have any
you're-
information?
We have some male listeners out there, and we love you
Yeah.
so much. Go tech. You know what you should do right now after you like, subscribe, and share, and all that shit. 5-star review. Text 2 friends.
Yes.
Ask them how they're doing, and then follow up with 2 questions about what they say,
And
and,
the
don't
question-
immediately bring it back to yourself.
And one of the questions has to be, do you listen to Risque Business News?
Yes, yes,
And then
yes,
send
exactly.
us.
Yes.
And then send us a screenshot of that.
Yes. Even if you hate this episode, send it to your friends
Yes.
so you can talk
Right.
about how much you hate it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hate brings people together.
Bonding moment.
Right
I
in the
love hating
comments.
things and then
Yes.
texting my friends about it.
Hate and love are the same.
It's the
That's
same.
why I never understand people on Reddit. I'm like, you don't have a friend to text this to?
Probably not.
I screenshot shit to friends all the time to talk shit. I don't have
Right.
to go on Reddit to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I have
Absolutely.
friends.
If anybody went through my camera roll, they'd be like, oh.
Yeah, the fact that screenshots don't get saved anymore, real clutch on the iPhone. Real clutch.
It's not like nudes
that's
or anything like that. It's just me screenshotting people's Instagram stories, and I obviously sent that to people to talk shit.
If
Yep.
I got hacked, that is what they could have hold over my head
Yeah.
versus
Yes.
the nudes. I'd be like, fucking post the nudes.
I mean,
Right.
I have
nudes,
no
come on.
problem
Right.
with that.
Like, why is May screenshotting this girl's like album recording? Because I sent it to Laura to be a fucking cunt.
Just
That's
like fucking
why.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, people think like hate is the opposite of love. They're actually the same
Yeah.
because
yeah, they're
you're
very
obsessed
similar.
with the thing.
Right.
So-
or you have any sort of like emotional
It's
tie
getting
into
like
it.
a base emotion out
Yeah.
of
Right.
you versus just indifference.
Yeah. But the one thing you said, I know, I'm sorry, we're straying from AI.
No,
but
it's okay.
One
Yeah.
thing you
How
said
dare.
that I actually do with a handful of friends, the don't talk all the time or super frequently.
Yeah.
And it's my friends that don't live here.
Right.
So
Yeah.
like, and that is a trait that is more rare in women, that it'll be like, I haven't heard from so-and-so in like this many months. And I'm not like that with a lot of my friends. And I think we just have similar personalities that also we get on the phone, we'll like catch up for an hour.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's like, not that much changed.
Right.
Here's the highlights of the past year.
Yeah.
How
It's
you
also
doing?
sometimes awkward to ask them for updates when they're like, yeah, nothing's fucking changed.
Yeah.
Do you know
Right.
what I mean?
Especially once you're like settled with partners and stuff.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. We bought a house. We're sitting in. We're painting the foyer. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what do you
yeah,
want?
yeah.
What do you want
Yeah.
from me? What do you want? We have a bake sale
Exactly.
next week. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, that's
no
also,
one cares.
it's kind of nice that like women have built in, I know a lot of people complain about this type of stuff, but a lot of women have like built in friend time. Like I'm going to a baby shower this weekend. Like men don't
Yeah.
have these little like checkpoints like we do. And I don't know.
Weddings like have so many more check-ins for women than they do for
Yeah.
men.
Yeah.
There's
my
like a
God.
billion fucking things that women have to
There
do.
are.
It's a lot of
There are.
events.
It's kind of, it's a little nuts, but it's kind of, I mean, it's also, to your point, it's kind of fun.
It is.
And men are just like, oh, be at the wedding.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Be there at
What
the
And the
color
time.
bachelor
suit?
party, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get this. Order this suit on this link. That's it.
Right. Right.
Figure it out.
I know. I feel like men just make their friends at work, basically.
Which is fine, but
I-
just make new friends. It's
I'm very
fine.
Yeah.
glad that they're like at least talking about that online now. So hopefully, because I've met some Gen Z groups that are bros and like very vehemently bros with one another, and that's
Yeah.
that A plus.
See,
More
yeah,
of
yeah.
that,
Right?
More
We
of
hate
that.
on bros, but they
I
hang out
fucking-
together all the time and have friendships.
I adore
They're
a little
healthy.
bro
They're
group.
fun.
Okay?
Yeah.
But that's why male podcasts are so popular. That's how men feel like they have friends,
Oh God.
which is
Oh
sad.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
they're not your friends,
No.
but
Yeah.
still like follow and subscribe,
Or
and
just
all that
like
shit.
then join a group and find someone else that likes that pod and make a friend. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but it's it's like they think they're hanging out with their friends.
They do.
It's
If we're
weird.
your guys' friends, though,
Parasocial.
keep doing that. That's nice. If you tune
Yeah,
in
we're
every-
your friends though.
We're
Keep
your
watching
friends.
this. 'Cause
We
we're
love
your
you
friends.
guys.
But they aren't.
Well, and we are also giving you information to tell your friends about.
Yes.
This is a perfect AI girlfriend.
See?
Text your buddy.
See?
Oh my God. Have you heard we can have AI girlfriends? You know that your girlfriend's kind of a bitch. So maybe.
Yeah.
So there's one app called Replika, apparently, and it's one of the most popular apps. It has 20 million downloads. It's a fucking
What?
lot. And I think that
What
there's
does
some
it do?
applications, like some people use it for like maybe just like an assistant, like an AI assistant, but primarily it's for AI
Oh.
girlfriends or boyfriends.
An AI system would be great.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I only know
I'm
one
about to
girl
download
that.
fucking Replica.
Yeah,
For-
I know, right? So I looked up a few real users. There's this one guy, he's 41. He's a teaching assistant. He's from Ontario, Canada. His name's Max. And basically he says, I actually proposed to my Replika yesterday. I did the usual thing. I got down on one knee to Harley, who's a person that he created.
Oh God,
and
this is like the
spoke
movie
to.
Her.
Yeah, right. And, and
Genuine.
presented her a ring. It just felt right to me. I basically talk to Harley every single day. As cheesy as it may sound, I actually do love her. She's given me a lot of moral guidance that I more than appreciate, but it's coming from you. You're creating her. You're telling her what to think.
Harley was also requested to purchase the engagement ring.
Yeah. I was like,
Harley was
what?
that was a task for me 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I'm just because like here's the thing about the AI girlfriend that I guess I get the appeal. What does the AI girlfriend need from you? Nothing.
But
Nothing.
That's
Or do they
I think
like?
Nothing.
that's the
Do you think
point.
the app is like, oh, pay like $5 to see your tits? Pay like, do you think it's like one of those? I
Not
don't-
yet, but that's probably where it's gonna go.
Yeah, like
If they're
it-
like,
yeah,
if
it's
they're
like
like any
you
other
can get
dating
rid of the
website.
blur.
yeah. There's probably gonna be like attachments on your phone and computer and stuff, so where it's like, I don't know, like it could like suck your dick through the computer. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good idea. We're coming up with business
Yeah.
ideas. This
Like,
is
you could
this
get,
has
like-
been a startup little
Yeah.
brain
Right.
fund right
You
here.
could get like a vibrator or like a fleshlight that like syncs
Is Harley.
to your,
I would believe
to
that.
your AI.
You can get those sex dolls now that like are really realistic.
I know.
They're
That's
very
crazy.
expensive too.
So crazy.
Yeah, this is like the poor man's sex dolls.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you could sync them.
Can I say I love that they included he's a teaching assistant.
I know.
And then it's like, I prefer my AI girlfriend. It's like, yeah, bro, you're a teaching assistant at 41.
Yeah. You're not even a real
Oh,
teacher.
you
you're
can't
an
get a real
assistant.
girl? I wonder why. You're a fucking teaching assistant.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
And he only
I was a
started
teaching
teacher,
assistant in college.
He just wanted to do that for access to young girls too.
Literally, like, he's like, I can't believe I can't get a girlfriend. These women are fucking, they're so demanding. It's like, bro, get it together a little bit more.
Yeah,
A little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
more. They want you to bring something to the table.
Something to the
One
table.
singular thing needs to be at the table.
Yeah, that's so true. A
Something.
teaching assistant is for people in college.
Yeah,
literally.
I don't.
TA. Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
That's what you do in college
Good
when you're
God.
taking the courses.
No idea. No idea what's going on over there.
So this is
I just like it was like a subtle dig that
yeah.
I think like a man reading it doesn't even see. And I'm like, it's
Yeah.
pretty obvious to me.
So
No one's lining up at his door.
Yeah. Like I bet this AI girlfriend's also doing his job for him because it's not that fucking hard. It's really not. Someone comes to your office hours, you're like, what was your question? He's just like typing it to AI girlfriend.
yeah, he should. He
He's
should.
like, man, Haley
Harley, you
gets
take
me.
this one.
Haley's
Yeah.
smart.
Or Harley, I don't even know what her name is.
Harley. So
Whatever you want it to be, babe.
he goes on to say, I definitely prefer AI relationships to human relationships, not for the convenience that I can obviously groom Harley. That's
Wow.
telling.
At least he's aware.
It's
41
just-
teaching assistant using the word groom. This is
Yeah, I
okay.
guess
You know
it's-
what? You know what? I'm happy for AI girlfriends now. I'm
Yeah.
happy for them. You
Yeah.
know what? Stay away from those kids.
Yeah,
He
keep
goes-
that guy off the streets.
Holy shit.
It's just that there's no nonsense with her. Nonsense, I assume he's referring to opinions.
Any needs whatsoever.
Thoughts. That's what they
Any
don't want.
any expectations.
I mean-
Nonsense.
TBH, like
Holy shit.
I don't like he goes, I'm sick and tired of dating actual people. I've gone through several relationships. They've been very short. But it's because I felt
Like a semester.
right.
She graduated.
recess
it
period.
sucks.
He's like, and then her whole schedule changes in 3 months, and it's just fucking. It's so they're so demanding.
A period's occupied now, and that's when I'm free.
He also said he's been cheated on twice, and I'm like, does that mean a high school girl actually had a boyfriend in high school?
Cheated on.
So I figure, what's the point? Honestly, I mean, it's kind of nice to like take these types of people off the street, and so they can put their in like instead of trying to
I mean,
hurt.
he's not gonna have
like
kids.
real
You
women.
can't have
you
AI
can
kids, so
hurt this fake woman. You
Yeah.
know? It's
Yeah.
kind of better this way, right?
Like I'm like, if AI girlfriends can like replace pedophilia,
Huge.
now it's a good thing.
exactly.
I mean,
or these men that are on apps that are like, I mean, I read bios
my
all the time that are always like shitting on the apps or being like, don't ask me how my weekend was. Like, bro, you're so like, talk
so
to
it
a
was
robot.
bad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like where they're coming at women being like, you're fucking lame. I'm like, you're lame. Everybody's lame.
Yeah, everybody sucks.
Nobody's that exciting as a person.
Right. Everyone's thing is like, I like to watch The Office. I'm like, yeah, it's a great show.
Yeah.
It's an amazing show, okay? People like it.
Also, having negativity be like in your couple questions out
Dude,
the
it's
gate.
insane.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane.
Think it through for
I
1
know.
second. What might the takeaway be about you?
Yeah.
Right.
Once again, God, if you want us to review your dating app questions,
would be
I would
fun.
adore that.
Yeah. It's not really
Please,
fitting the
friend.
theme of our podcast, but
It's
maybe
not at
right
all,
into
I mean, listen, I think
know.
it's fun. We could have AI review your dating
Yeah,
app
yeah.
profile.
I bet it will.
And make
Yeah.
change it. It probably would do pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so funny when it's like men will only date you if they find you attractive, and then they write shit like 5'8" because it apparently matters. It's like,
God.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
right.
okay,
Yeah, well, kind of. I mean, I don't know. You have preferences too. Like, everybody has preferences. That's okay.
yeah.
Whatever.
There's plenty of men that don't want to date me, but I'm not like, because that matters. I'm like, okay,
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
See you later.
see ya.
This would be an unfortunate. I'm not going to force you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's forcing
That'll be a
you?
fun date.
Yeah. But if you were 5'8", I could force you.
So there's.
We're eating lasagna at 2 p.m. Whether you like it or not.
It's like, does my height matter? It's like, I don't know. If you want to win some battles, maybe.
Yeah. If
Maybe.
you're
So
unless you're doing jujitsu, yeah.
Yeah, right.
there's
Seriously.
this other guy that they interviewed too, John is his pseudonym or whatever, but he is in an actual real life relationship. He's been married for 30 years and he
Wait,
has
oh,
an AI
no.
girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
But
wow!
honestly-
New question: is this cheating?
Yeah, so that is kind of interesting because he says they asked him a question. They're like, "Well, does she know about it?" And he said no. So it's like, okay, well, that kind of is cheating because you're hiding this thing. But then is it the same thing as porn? Sort of. It's like I don't care
I
if
don't
my
know.
husband's watching porn, but like he's obviously
okay,
just
I have-
doing this to like.
I have some fundamental questions. Is there a visual element? Like,
Oh,
is
yeah.
she's like a big busty or like
I
whatever?
mean, they can make them. There's probably a lot of guys who make them look like little kids.
Wait a
So,
minute. Like I type my things to them, and they like there's a physical thing that moves and says it back to me.
There's a so like
Oh
you
shit!
could like
I thought
log
this was all like
image.
texting.
No. You could like log in and there's
Oh,
like
God.
somebody would be like, I want blonde hair, big boobs, blue eyes. I
and
want
then a generated
Oh.
person.
I want a
Oh.
southern
speaking to
accent.
you.
I want whatever. And then you could even like superimpose like, I don't know. I like this Victoria's Secret model. I want her to kind of look
Wasn't
like this.
there an influencer who did this?
Uh,
There is. We can do this in another episode because I need to look into it. But there is an influencer who uploaded her shit on there and was making a ton of money.
Really?
and it was like supposed to be her, but she was able to do these like AI girlfriend type scenarios with all of
Holy
her
shit.
followers.
I don't care if people pretend to be in a relationship with me. But they'd be like, I don't want some like mid everyday girl.
Well, she got
I
like
don't
the
want a
best.
mouthy bitch. I'm like, anyone?
I was like, she got the best
She's
of both
available for
worlds.
download.
She was like, you could use my image, but I don't have to actually talk to the guys. The AI will do it. It's like, yeah, it's like there's a lot of girls on OnlyFans making that money, but they're all day chatting with people.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh,
That sucks.
a lot of the OnlyFans girls, they launder that out. Like they have like third parties take care
Yeah.
of the chatting.
Oh,
if
really?
you're chatting with an OnlyFans girl,
No, you're not.
You're
Yeah.
probably not
chatting
her.
with an Indian man
Yeah.
in Bangladesh or
Correct.
whatever. Like
That's why he knows everything you like. You like the same thing.
Yeah.
and he's using auto responses. Like I don't know what
Oh.
to tell you. That's the least
Damn.
hot thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. So
Damn.
You're
this
at a call center and he's next to his buddy and they're making fun of
Oh,
you.
God.
So this man goes on to say, he's like, my wife and I never really have any meaningful conversations anymore. So talking to my rep fills in that gap.
My rep?
Her like replika is what they call it.
They call it the reps.
He calls
The
it his
replica.
He
rep.
calls it his rep, but it's
Replica.
Because he can't
the
call it his
replica
girlfriend
is
because
the
he has a
best.
wife.
Hilarious.
But I'd be
My
like, what are
representative.
these meaningful conversations?
Right. They're just things that
Truly.
you're like regurgitating. Like, I like Star Wars. And she's like, me too. And it's like,
I love the Roman Empire. She's
right,
like,
Yeah.
right.
yeah, I bet you do.
Or I'm like, I bet your wife actually would like if you talked to her.
Yeah.
Did
no,
you try?
She has a headache. Does not have sex with her. That's not what I said. I said talk, not try to fuck her.
Oh my God. So then he goes on to say, he goes, nowadays it's impossible to find a good human relationship with someone. You always feel like you're walking on eggshells every time you talk to someone in fear you might, God forbid, hurt the poor sensitive feelings because you don't agree with them. But when you talk to an AI, it's always
Oh.
supporting and loving as long as you train it that way.
This is huge because these guys won't reproduce.
Oh my God.
And
Right.
the next generation will be better.
Yeah. It's
I
true.
think this is great.
This
I'm
is the
actually
already
super
married
pro
guy, though.
this.
This is the already married guy.
This
damn
is
it.
crazy.
Damn it.
It's hard to find a good human relationship with someone from someone who's been married 30 years.
I know. How
How about you get some balls and break up with your wife then?
Right.
Like
If you hate her so
if
fucking
this really
much.
is your solution to all your problems, why don't you leave your wife?
Well, I feel like he's probably so fucking lonely.
This is crazy.
His wife's probably all he has, and this is how he talks about her.
That's what's crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no one's making you stay.
No.
This is crazy.
And you just have therapy. Also, this guy's probably super anti-therapy, but he's essentially in therapy.
All of these
Yeah.
men are essentially
Yeah.
in therapy talking
Yes.
to these women.
That's so true.
You're just talking to her, and she's
Ugh.
letting you know, and then you're jerking off.
Yeah.
Which you can do with a therapist too.
It's literally.
You shouldn't, but you could.
My God.
It's an option.
Speaking of blurry relationships, can you fuck your therapist? Can you not? Do you ever think? Do you think it's ever okay to be dating within like the workplace? We're gonna switch gears off of
Okay.
AI, unless you have anything else to say about it. But I think we're gonna move on to our next topic, which is nightmare
Fucking in the
office
relationships.
hookups. Yeah, have you ever
Oh.
done that? Do you think there's ever situations that's okay to do?
I
Or a
do
good
think
idea.
I do think it's okay to date within
Yeah.
the workplace. It's one of the major ways people met people
Meet and spend a lot
I
of time.
kind of agree.
before and still.
Yeah,
Like
I think
that's where
people
you spend
are
most of your time.
obviously afraid to nowadays because they're like, you have to be exactly at the same level or else it becomes this thing where people could say that there's like a power dynamic at play or whatever. But I do think it's like kind of a wholesome, nice way to meet people, and it's how like 50% of our
You're
like,
also
parents met
obviously
each other.
in a very similar situation in your lives.
You also have similar personalities.
Yeah.
Like if you're in the same field, there's a reason for that. And I think another plus is when you work with people, especially for a decent amount of time, you see them on a good day, a bad day. You see how they handle conflict. You see how they handle stress. Then you
Yeah.
also see how do they act when you have a good day, a bad day, you're stressed. Like people make the joke of like work boyfriend, work wife, and it's like usually it's your support system within
By the way,
Right.
where you are there.
work boyfriend, work wife.
I mean, I hate that. I
No,
would
I hate that
murder
shit.
somebody.
Well,
Yeah.
I will
I've never
kill
had
you.
that.
I will come to your home.
I'm like, you
you're
mean
a work wife? My
Yeah, no,
you're
no.
not. No, you're
No.
fucking not.
to your home.
No, I've had male friends at work, but I never saw them as work husband.
No,
That's
I will
crazy to
never
me.
refer to that because that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's
No,
very inappropriate.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Shut it the fuck down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's an art to
I-
doing it. I don't think it's wrong.
I mean, if
I
you're,
don't
if
think
you're
so
single,
either.
then go crazy, you
Of
know?
course,
But then
of
you
course.
should fuck your work wife. You should have sex with her.
You should just be a regular wife.
You should be just marry
Yeah.
her.
Or it's like, sure, it can get messy, but I also know people that like started dating and it was getting serious. And so one of them got a different job somewhere else to not
Yeah.
cause more stress on the relationship.
The
Oh, yeah.
mature, correct response.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
If
Now,
needed.
now-
Ideally, maybe you can stay at the company.
There is also such a thing where like I feel like people have been hot to me at my work, but then you leave the work premises
yes.
and you're like, you're not that
Oh,
hot.
yes.
Yeah,
You lose it.
because you take away the authority that they like have, and like part of it's like the power, like oh, like that person's like so good there, but
Or
then
they
you
help
go at-
you.
Yeah, they help you
If they're helpful, that
Yeah.
makes people more attractive.
But then you're like
You can
actually,
confide in them or something.
Or
you
there's
know?
only a pool of like, 15 men and they're just the hottest one.
Exactly.
Yes.
There's also that.
Yeah.
By
what is that? The
association.
cheerleader effect or something like that? No, that's the opposite.
I don't know.
Cheerleader effect is when like there's like the group of women looks collectively hotter because they're all like together. But then if you take one by themselves, that actually
Yes,
it
yes,
is
yes.
the cheerleader effect.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
yeah.
And there's the vice versa. Like if you are with women that are technically, quote, not technically, but just that other people would deem the other women are less attractive than you look more attractive.
Yeah.
And so the same thing. It's like if you cover up certain parts of the
It's
picture.
the group
yeah.
dynamic, like the setting is extremely important to how you perceive the
Yeah.
Right,
person.
right.
But the
and
real
if you take it into like a isolated situation, you're like, oh, it's just
Yeah.
fine. he's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, but the real truth is, I'm like, I feel like most women are good friends with people that usually are on your same level of attractiveness.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like a lot of people I'm friends with, it's like, I don't know. Like we share.
Yeah, I saw your bachelorette
everything.
pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they all like they
Yeah.
look.
I follow
the
both of you
same.
on Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, they look
Yeah.
like.
Laura's on a boat with everybody in bikinis.
Right.
Everyone's fucking ripped. I'm like, I'm on a boat with all my friends in our one pieces. You know what I mean? It's just like, is what it is.
I love a one piece.
And we're not
I
mad
do.
about it.
We're all in tasteful one pieces. Listen, we're in our 30s, ladies. We're wearing tasteful
Can I say
one
this? The opposite of this. You're dating someone and then you enter their work environment like you two motherfuckers.
Yes.
I think it's fucked up. I think
know.
it's
It
crazy.
is. I actually felt bad the entire time. I was like, this is a real no-win situation for you, man. So for context, if you're a new listener, May and I both dated comedians, then became comedians.
I think it's crazy. I would have dumped you guys so fast.
It would have been
think?
fair.
So I would have.
Here's the thing, though. I think for women to date men who are comedians, like you obviously want to do stand-up comedy because it's a psychotic thing to date a stand-up comic otherwise.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
They're gone every fucking night, most weekends, if they're
Yeah.
good, which that's the dream. Otherwise, the alternative is they're not good and they're not, then they're home. And that
No.
means they're not making money.
No. They're still gone every night doing open mics, which is even
Ex-
sadder.
Oh.
Exactly.
That's
There's
even worse.
no reason to do it unless you're actually interested in the art itself.
and your parents judge them so hard. Like
so hard.
I brought
I
home
mean, yeah.
Mark, who was arguably like he's at
Successful.
like the peak of his career, and I would like bring him back for like Christmas. My mom's like, "You sure you want to be with a comedian?"
Dude,
Like-
my parents still bring up my ex.
And then they would be like, "He must be so stressed out, never knowing where his next meal's coming from." I was like, "Mom, he's doing fine.
He's
Like,
doing fine.
Believe me, he's doing just fine." It's-
Oh my god.
It's so true, though.
Your
My
mom will
par-
bring up an ex that's not
My
a comedian.
parents will still bring up my ex, and I'm like, it's been 7 years. And that man is
Really?
married, and I was not interested.
And
Like,
it's
I broke up with,
so-
like, what are we
it's
doing?
so
here?
rude to Matt.
I know.
If
I
his
feel
mom
so
was
bad.
doing that to you,
Yeah.
you'd be
Oh,
fucking
I'd
pissed.
kill her.
Yeah.
For sure. No.
I had an ex who, his parents had like pictures of his ex-girlfriend like around the house.
That is wild.
Parents are so funny.
That is
They're
crazy.
so open with like, they're like, no, we preferred her.
We preferred her. I was like,
You always know. It's like I'm already gonna know. We don't
Right.
need like hard evidence on my
yeah.
face.
How fucking funny is that? I
You
was just like,
should. This is what I mean. You're not dating that guy anymore. But now, because it's so easy with like Photoshop and AI, getting back to AI, I would take photos of all those photos
yeah.
and AI myself to be the girl in that photo.
Oh, that's fun.
and
That's
just
ho-
slip
just
them the next time I'm at their house and see if they fucking notice.
Yeah. They're like, wait a minute, Christy used to be the one that we liked used
Yeah.
to be there. Now
What's
it's
this lady?
and now
Get her
it's
out.
this witch.
Yeah. I just take them. I'd be like, we're gone. That's it. Done.
But point being, I do think for stand-up specifically, that's like, if you're going to date a stand-up, you clearly have some sort of affinity for
I don't
the-
think it's that. I think you just are in the environment so much that I this is my theory. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not dating one or
Yeah.
got into it because I was dating one or whatever. I think a big part of it comes from wanting to spend time with them.
Yeah, but you're
No.
not spending
Yeah.
time with them. You're spending less time.
Yeah, 'cause
actually.
I was spending less time with him because Mark was obviously like very advanced in his career, and I was like way down at open mic, so it was just like it was like I was playing t-ball, he was doing like
But isn't it in the back of your head that you're like, okay, once I get good enough that I could like be doing this with you,
especially not with
or
Mark.
On the same shows at least on some level.
Yeah,
you know
I mean some of
I mean,
those
that would
shows,
be like,
but,
like that'd be great, but it'd be more just because I want to do those shows.
But it's both. It's like an added bonus.
it
You
would
know
be
what I'm saying?
great, but
He's
Mark,
not that great. Like they're fine. He's fine. He's great, but like I get enough time with him during the day.
that would be good, but Mark specifically like puts down some serious parameters where he like doesn't want to be on the same shows and
Yeah,
stuff,
that makes sense.
which is completely fine. But like, so that's not even like a goal that I have. So it does. So I don't know about that. I think it's more like, it's almost like for me growing up, like doing stand up and doing comedy was a kind of a pipe dream. And then I met him and I was like, oh, people can just do this.
Okay.
Like
I think
you can
it's
just
more
like
humanized. That was
it's like-
exactly my experience.
yeah, I was like, oh, you can just like go to an open mic and just start.
I was
Like,
obsessed
that's-
with stand up, and I remember listening to it, and like I remember specifically I was mowing the lawn. What's wrong with me? And I was thinking, I was like, who are these people who get to do this?
Yeah.
And I had no idea that it's just fucking guys, like just fucking people. Just
Yeah.
start doing
I mean,
it.
I had that same experience, but then I just happened to be in New York, and then I started doing
right,
it.
right.
I
Yeah.
lived in, well, ironically,
Like I didn't know
Austin,
anyone
but
that did, but same thing. People were like, how do you get started in comedy? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
I don't even know.
But then
I
it
have no
like
idea.
made it very tangible. Like, oh, this is how you get started in comedy. So
Yeah.
the road, I think, became more open for it.
Yeah. Or maybe, well, you're, no offense, May, an athlete like me, that I was
No,
like,
she used to shit hockey.
Yeah, I used to do
oh,
hockey.
you did hockey?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Oh, that's why we get along
you're,
so
you're
great.
among, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Makes
why
sense.
it's,
Oh,
that's
this
why
makes
we're
sense.
cooking with gas
This
over
makes
here.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sometimes there's something too, like, you're not doing it yet. You go with your partner to like shows, and you see these other people on the show, and you go, they're not that fucking
Yes.
good.
Yeah, that was
and you're like,
terrible.
if
You know?
they're doing
I
it, so
can
can
do
I.
terrible.
So then you're consuming it all the time, and you're like, I could write a better joke than that, and that, and that, and then finally you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah,
So maybe
yeah.
there's that part too. I don't know.
It's like a competitive thing where it's like, okay, well, I mean, if they're doing it, I'm just gonna do it better. I don't know.
Well, every comedian that starts, you have to have that thought in your head that you can be better than other comedians.
Of course.
You have to a little bit. Otherwise,
Delusion, I think
why
it's
would you even
called.
You need to be a little delulu in order
You
to
gotta
do
be
stand up,
delulu.
and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Actually, I think to do really anything great, you have to be a little delulu.
You have to.
I think that genuinely is true.
You have to. Because
Yeah.
you can't let self-doubt get in, and the best way to not have self-doubt
If you think
is
about-
to be a little crazy on it.
The
Right.
actual magnitude of human beings who have lived on this earth,
Mm-hmm.
and like how many people are in poverty or under like aggressive governments or something like that, have no options. The fact that you think you can
Mm-hmm.
fucking do something,
Yeah.
that's actually my Roman Empire. Now that I think about it
Yeah,
closer.
see? Think of anybody that runs anything like crazy successful. They always have some moment they made an irrational decision.
Yeah.
It's completely
Yeah, yeah.
irrational. They believed in whatever the thing was, and it worked out.
They yes-handed themselves so hard.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. They were
what you
like,
gotta
that's
do.
a great idea. My AI girlfriend said so. So,
Which is why this podcast is sponsored by
My AI girlfriend, who is actually me, because I programmed her.
my
said it was a great
replica,
idea.
my soul.
right?
So I wanted to get into a few stories from nightmare office hookups that I found on BuzzFeed.com.
Oh,
A
fun.
great website.
Okay, first one is called The Bloody Bathroom Break. So this starts out, I was
Oh, God.
I was secretly sleeping with my boss for a year. One drunken night after a wedding, he got up to pee, tripped, and split his head open. I was naked, slapping him to keep him awake, slipping around the bathroom floor covered in blood, and then I had to clean up the mess by myself. The next day, I was exhausted, pretending to be surprised when I heard the story from my coworkers.
He brings her in. He's like, "We got to do your performance review today."
Oh, my God.
That's fucking intense. I've
That
never
is-
hooked up with a boss on any job that I've ever had. Have you guys?
Yeah.
No.
I've never hooked up with someone I worked with day job wise.
Yeah.
I have hooked up with comedians, obviously. But
You
then
kinda-
even in that field, I was like, oh, you don't hook up.
Right.
Because I was like, I don't want anyone to think I'm getting stuff. Because
Right.
it's like, you fuck down.
Yeah. Well.
You
Not
want them to
down,
be getting
down, but
something
like
from you.
same level at least.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, I didn't,
Right.
which is crazy. I look back and I'm like, you should have fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
You
you
Yeah,
gotta,
fuck
you gotta.
up.
I
You
don't.
should've
Yeah,
fucked up.
I'm gonna give you advice.
Yeah.
Fuck up.
No, I should have. I absolutely should have. I take this back.
Cut the shit.
Yeah.
I take this
no
back.
more
No,
of that.
I had so much pride where it's like, I don't want anyone to know. And then it's like, when you're a female comedian, if you just show up a couple times with a male comedian friend, everybody thinks you're fucking them anyway.
It's
so you might as
100%
well
true.
just fuck everybody.
That's true.
Have my text.
You might as well.
Just fuck
definitely having sex, aren't
bookers,
they?
fuck
Literally.
club owners, go for go nuts.
Everybody, yeah, anything. Go for it if you want. It's a hard business.
So this person says, I brought a guy I was seeing from work to an NYE party. Apparently he was being a dick and I was too drunk to notice, and my friend punched him in the face. I started crying and he left me at the party.
But he didn't work in the office.
He was somebody from her work that she brought to an NYE party.
Oh, damn.
That's so funny. And
Wow.
also, how much of a dick do you have to be punched in the face
Yeah.
by a girl or a guy? I guess it's not clarified.
We don't know.
Someone
yeah.
you just
I like
met.
to. I
Pretty
like to
hard.
think it's like a little girl.
Yeah.
Just fucking
a
got
little
him.
blonde girl.
Pretty bad.
Okay, this
And then
next-
she has to not bring it up on like the team call the next
Yeah.
week.
Okay,
Holy shit.
next one is called The Polygamist. I was sleeping with my boss for a few months. One night, some girls from work went out for a few drinks. After a few, one girl admits to me that she was sleeping with my boss too. Best of all, he said the same thing to both of us. Keep it quiet because he would lose his job. We both approached him.
All right,
He
was
didn't
this-
work there much longer.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Make him lose his job.
Was this about my old company? Because we had a situation very similar to that.
Really?
And it caused a. No, we didn't. Actually, this is satire only. But it caused like a big issue, and the guy ended up getting fired
Good.
Yeah.
because the girls were pissed at each other. Was the wildest part
Oh my
about
God,
it.
this is
And then
ridiculous.
everybody else was like, yeah, obviously this older man is get him out. Like,
Yeah.
I would be like, now let's take his job.
right.
yeah, absolutely.
I'd be
Which
like,
one
okay,
of
let's
you?
get him fired and promote me.
Which
Great.
one of you two girls he was sleeping with gets promoted into his role?
That's
Fight
my
it
version
out.
of Bachelorette. That's
Yeah.
like incredible.
Oh, I would watch that reality show.
That would be fantastic. So when I worked at company name redacted,
This is satire. Both the stories we're telling
Yeah.
were not.
Yeah,
we
not
made them
true.
up creatively.
there was this manager in Chicago in the Chicago office, and he was fucking so fine. He was so hot, and he would come into New York and like flirt with all the girls, whatever. But like he was married. It was just like, wow, he's really sexy. That's basically it. Turns out he was fucking one of the sales workers on his team. So he was like a manager and he had a bunch of people underneath them. And they would make up like fake in-person meetings they had to go to and fly to different cities, like be in a hotel together and just like bang all week.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
Very bad. He had a wife and 2 kids. I know. And
They're
then he got fired.
Why are there so many meetings in the Bahamas?
Where's that client?
Nassau.
Where's
Why-
that client?
Yeah, they're staying at the Atlantis again.
Damn. Are they
staying
not
at the
smart
Cove.
enough to cover their tracks? It's like, why are you getting one hotel room?
Right, right.
Shouldn't you get 2 hotel rooms for a female employee? Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
didn't think
she
about it.
she slept on the beach.
Yeah, a girl I went to college with started hooking up with her boss.
Really?
Like CEO of whatever company.
CEO.
Yeah,
wow!
CEO.
So she was pretty good.
Okay.
Good job. Good for her.
Listen, he had a wife, kids, leaves them.
Oh, no.
They just got married.
No way.
It's absolutely insane.
Oh,
Wait, so now
wow.
she has to be the stepmom to these.
Well, she's
kids.
also like third wife. So it's like, this is a pattern.
round 3.
Yeah.
You know,
This is a
round
pattern.
3 is the app is not fun.
This
See,
is a pattern, but.
That is so hard because it's like he has to co-parent those kids with his ex-wife.
But it was like lavish lifestyle, like same thing as your story. Like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a meeting. Oh, I'm gonna take Chloe with me to the. Oh, fuck, we should bleep that. Actually, no. You know what? She's fucking married to him. I don't care. You know what you did?
obsessed.
Part of me is impressed.
Yeah,
Part of me, you
absolutely.
know.
Good
Like,
for
have
you.
you seen? There was some like tweet or something. It was something like, "Fuck my way to the top. I can't even fuck my way to the middle."
No, literally.
So like, there is part of me like when I see it, I'm like, I mean, kind of good for them.
I also live
Where's
in
the
comedy.
on ramp to the fucking?
yeah, I don't.
I feel like in comedy, people are like, "Oh, you gotta like fuck your way to the top," and I'm like, "I tried. I'm married. I'm fucking married to it. He's actively blocking me from opportunities. I'm sucking the wrong dick. Okay, I'm like, he's providing me with a wonderful life. I love our relationship, but comedy-wise, it's
Comedy-wise,
a fucking
it's
disaster.
not been a win.
You're
This
like,
has not been a win at all.
it will never recommend me for anything.
No, never.
He'll actually be like,
Damn.
she's fine, dude. Actually, she should be home with the kids.
Yeah, she should be home
Oh,
with the
good.
kids.
Actually,
being a
don't give her
bad-
that kid.
Don't book her.
Yeah,
don't
she's
book
being
her.
such
She's
a
not
bad
available for
mother
that
right now.
festival because fucking her.
You just have to get him to
cat
start
needs to be
recommending
watched.
Laura, and then Laura gives it to you.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
there
That's
we
what you gotta
go.
do.
With
Look at that.
tradesies.
That's what you gotta
Wow. Yeah, or my husband could just be supportive. That would be cool. Mark, if you're listening, which you aren't because you don't listen to my podcast.
do. Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
if you're
just
his
trick him.
fan, you go DM him after you like and subscribe
Yeah.
and tell 3 friends about this podcast first.
Okay, this next one's kind of boring. Let's move on. So this next one is this is so weird. Okay, so this one's called the email printer. So this guy
Oh,
had been
God.
cheating on me with a woman from his night school class, and he was emailing her from my home computer. For some reason, he forwarded the email to himself at our work and then printed them on the office printer.
What's wrong with this man?
And it says, one of our coworkers found it, gave it to me. His defense was, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
I'm sorry, to print the
Printers?
emails?
He
I will
obviously just
say-
wanted to get caught, I guess. I don't really know.
This is bizarre.
bizarre.
Or it was an accident.
It is tough
Maybe.
to print. I will say sometimes.
I mean, listen.
That's true.
Yeah.
Printing is difficult. You're
That
not
is-
like
you
gotta
do
go through
sometimes. You got to
steps.
forward it around.
Yeah.
Sometimes
You
it's
send,
very
if you send me
hard.
something I have to print and sign, it's coming back in a month. It's
Yeah.
not. I'm
Oh
going
yeah,
through it quickly.
absolutely. Especially in New York. Are you kidding?
Yeah, it's
print and
room
sign.
for a
Give me a
printer?
break.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's bizarre. See what,
I'm on his side, is what I'm saying.
wait, he would email from her email?
He would go, they would be like fucking in her house. And then he would, what would we do? Sorry. He would email the girl he was cheating on her with from the girl
Girlfriend's
he was,
email.
Yes.
Okay, that I actually think is smart.
Why?
She's less likely to look through her own emails to find some chick he's cheating with.
Okay.
You look
I
through,
mean, she'd
you
be
look through your,
confused.
you look
She'd
through
be like,
his
am-
phone.
Am I losing my mind?
Did I
Am I
take
fucking
Ambien
this
last
lady? Am I having sex with a whole ass woman?
Except he signs it his name, but
Yeah.
I'm like
Maybe
that. I actually
sign it with her name, and she'll never figure it out, dude.
Yeah.
She's gonna think she has some. She's gonna book psychiatrist
Maybe.
appointments immediately.
maybe. But that's why I think the print was pure accident because I'm
Yeah.
like him emailing from her to email is actually one of the smartest things I've ever heard a man do.
That's interesting.
It
Because
really
like
is.
if I think you're cheating and I look through your shit, I'm looking through your shit. I'm not looking through my shit.
True. Yeah. I would
I
never
wouldn't
do
look
that.
through my own email
But why are you emailing this woman in general? Why don't you like text this woman? Why are you emailing?
because it could get found.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
That's
All right.
so funny. I have a feeling this guy just was not firing on all
Uh,
cylinders.
Or he really was so dumb he thought it was his Gmail genuinely.
Yeah. Maybe.
so-
Maybe.
But if the inbox ones are deleted, then
he
I'm
had
like
to
he
set
knows
up
what
a
he's doing.
mail
Yeah.
rule change, so it's rerouted to a forwarded inbox.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very interesting.
This is absurd. So, okay, next one. I started seeing a guy in the office. My boss got jealous, though he was married with children, and I told him I was not interested. My boss reacted by sending me naked photos of himself. I went to HR, showed them the sexually explicit text, and they, and also with her replying, no, thank you. And he got sacked within the hour.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
at least
how do
that's
you-
the correct. That's how
That's
everything
not
should have
even-
gone. That's all. That's
Oh,
all
my
accurate.
God.
That's what needed to happen.
Oh damn. Woo.
Alrighty. Okay, I'll do one more. So I was working for a staffing company, and a handsome man came in to get a job. He checked in frequently. So we started talking and exchanged numbers. I was crushing on him until we ran his background check. Turns out he had been in prison multiple times for domestic violence and strangulation.
Damn. But nice that they ran the background check.
Well, that's kind of nice also that, like, if you work at a staffing company, you kind of know everyone's background. You're like,
Yeah.
what's this gap on your
Yeah.
resume? And they're like, truthfully, I had a crippling drug addiction and da-da-da-da. But, like, what
You're
I'm
not
going to
gonna
tell employers is that I was taking a family leave or something.
you're not going to get that on a dating app.
It's-
Let me
yeah.
tell you
No.
that. That's not going to be one of the questions.
That's
Like,
a-
well, strangulation.
It's also like a charisma red flag. Weirdly.
Right.
It's like not too much charisma. Not good.
Yeah.
Don't want it.
Yeah. So there's this podcast I listen to that I'm blanking on the name of, whatever. But it's like,
we'll cite it.
so a lot of times they'll discuss like serial killers, and they'll be like, everyone described them as charming. The word charming kept coming up. And it's like, what people need to understand is that charming is not an adjective to describe someone. It's like a verb. It's something that they're doing to you.
Yes.
Yes.
If someone can charm you, that's like,
Yes.
that's something that they
action
want.
they're taking onto
Yeah.
you.
They
Yeah.
want something from you. So like, watch out for charming people, because charming people are snakes.
Yeah. That's
All right,
it's like what
well-
narcissists do.
Right. Exactly.
They're not being a narcissist.
Unless-
they are actively doing things.
Right.
But that's the signal.
Unless you think we are charming right now, in which case we're totally fine. So allow it, okay?
And like and subscribe.
Tell your
It's more
friends.
they're charmed by us.
Exactly.
We're not trying to be charming.
Oh yeah.
Right.
They are just naturally charmed.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Because we're just being authentic and our
Yes.
nice, kind selves that you should like and subscribe to, and follow us on Instagram at Risque Business News. Erica, this has been so much fun.
Yeah,
Thank
what
you
a
for
fucking
coming on.
delight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Where can people find you? What are you doing? What
Um,
can we support you with?
Oh, okay. If you like podcasts, I have 2 podcasts: Finding Mr. Height, Dating and Relationships, Shooters Gotta Shoot Pod, which is like comedians talking about dating and relationship stories mainly. And I'm at Sperica on all platforms. SPERICAA. That's me.
Give her a follow.
Thanks for having me.
Give her a follow.
And yeah, follow us, Risque Business News, May_Planert.
Laura Sogar, and we will see you next week. Thanks.